Hello, David in Australia. Good morning. And you are set to go on your show right now.
So, welcome everyone to another show, and here we are coming to you live from Australia in this beautiful cosmic wave of energy, the world connecting and communicating via the interwebs. So, great to be here today, and I hope we shall have some new people. Please let me know where you come from, what your name is, preferably a picture. So, I tend to prefer to see a picture of someone, so I get an idea of the reading. It just makes it easier for me. So if you could do that, it would really help. And welcome, Assel. It's great to have you, Assel. And anyone else, please write in the comments. I had a few thoughts. There's been a lot on my mind. It's been a really busy week, and I've been busy with a paper on ethics and morality and meditation. So it's an interesting topic because people take any spiritual practice like meditation and assume that it's going to make you a better person. But what is the evidence for that, or what is the actual idea, what actually happens? So I've just been writing away and exploring that topic, and like a lot of these kind of topics, they're explorations. There isn't an absolute answer. There isn't sort of necessarily a right or a wrong. Definitely someone who is dedicated to meditation, it implies something about them already. So it implies already there's some sort of goal of self-improvement, self-growth, of improving their life. And then the act itself is going to take them into a realm of deeper sensitivity and compassion. So it's actually a really nice topic. So I don't know if you guys have any thoughts about how things like meditation, neurologists find that it changes the brain as well. It's actually got an effect on the neurochemistry of the brain. So that's something else that maybe people are exploring. Maybe I can explore that a bit more in this paper. I'm just making a note to explore that because I've got a couple of hundred words below the word limit. So many ideas, many thoughts. So I may go around different topics, and welcome to Carlos. But what I was thinking is there's an aspect of our life that's from the subconscious realm, which is the unmanifested realm, and we manifest that. So in a way, you could see your life as a reflection of what's going on in your mind, or see your mind as what's happening in your life. So that's really interesting idea. I just wanted to share that with you and see what you felt about it. What I would say with the subconscious programming is that I think we often think of that subconscious program, and you could almost get the idea of being a victim of your subconscious programming, because the subconscious is really powerful. There's all these memories and hidden away stuff that's creating your life, and that could make you feel almost like a victim of your subconscious. So what about if we can program it? So I would say, instead of seeing yourself as a victim of your subconscious, always remember you can input new data, you can change things, you can, especially with changing your environment, that makes a big difference. You can change your beliefs, change your behaviors. All these things actually change our programming, or subconscious programming. And another thing I recommend is waking up with gratitude, and waking up with what a beautiful day. What would be possible if what would be possible if I could have this, if I could do this. So that kind of question opens up the creative part of the brain, and it allows us into the limitless source of divine, God, however you want to think of it. What would be possible if, whatever it is, if I could have this, if I could be this? You could ask really big questions and see what comes up. Actually acknowledge that you're in a limitless field. So all the limitation you're putting on it comes from human beings, comes from yourself. And welcome, Afia. That's great to have you. And you can say things out loud, like, what would it be possible if I were to meet the love of my life and have a happy relationship? Remember also to engage in shifting the perspective, because we sort of in a little box, and I'm speaking about myself just as much as anyone else. We sort of live in a little box of structures of who we think we are, of this identity we carry around with us. I am this, I am that, a collection of ideas about the self. But what happens if you shift that into something limitless, divine, into something angelic, into the realm of perhaps seeing yourself through the eyes of consciousness, seeing yourself through the eyes of God? How would that be? How would that be? What would be possible if you stopped searching for God and embodied God and actually realized that you are divine? And welcome, Mariam. So the subconscious programming is the power behind our experience. However, we are able to input data and influence it and affect it. So we're not stuck, although we may feel stuck. So that's an important point. We're not stuck, although we may feel stuck. So remember always to turn on, instead of you have a negative idea. We all have negative ideas. Turn on self-compassion, for instance. And what would it be possible if I changed blaming myself and became compassionate? Became self-compassionate. What would be possible if I stopped worrying and allowed myself to be free, to step into freedom? What would it be possible if I forgave myself? So our energy system is completely alive, and a lot of us have a lot of fears in this energy system, this subconscious programming, which creates conflict, and often we may feel emotionally overwhelmed by what's going on. So remember to be compassionate, align yourself, allow for other ideas, allow for other concepts, views, other interpretations of this reality, because I am David. However, that's just something I tell myself. That's because people told me that's your name, and that became how I respond, how I identify to the field, how I communicate with the field. However, of course, I'm a limitless being, and I don't really have a label of X, Y, Z, or Z, Tom, Dick, Harry, whatever you want to call me. I come from the limitless field, the cosmic field, the energy of Orion, the energy of the stars, the galactic bodies. And that's really important to also move around your consciousness, so you're not limited to just being in a human body, having a human experience. But remember, you're here having a human experience for a purpose. So don't just run away from that purpose. You're here to have this human experience. So by all means, explore the stars, explore the cosmos. However, come back to Earth. Come back to Mother Earth. She's also a healing and wonderful consciousness, a wonderful being. And I love to be in nature, connect with nature, to be part of her, to be part of this beautiful nature. And Carlos, I don't know what you're saying about a divine being. So feel free to comment again. Are you asking if we are divine beings? We certainly are divine beings. We're here for this purpose, to be consciousness unfolding, to be a consciousness unfolding. So feel free to write anything, Carlos. I'll have a look. But yes, we are consciousness unfolding. So people often ask, what is creation about? And creation is about creation. So without creation, there would be a void. So that's all very well. There would be this void in the three-dimensional sphere. But this experience is juicy. It's expressive. It's creative. And the divine creation, divine creator is creative. So it's kind of like an artist and saying, why did you paint that painting? And the artist will be, because I'm an artist, because that's my nature. So if I never paint again, it doesn't mean I'm not creative. It's not the full expression of my being. So when I paint, I'm expressing my being. So in the same way with God, the creator, it's an expression of being. And sure, that energy exists without being expressed. However, it's a more fruitful kind of journey. It's as such, and you think of it's like an apple tree producing apples, and then people going, why does it bother with the apples? It's all kind of, well, it's an apple tree. Like that's living its full purpose. So the divine energy coming into the 3D is the purpose. That is what its essence is being expressed in the 3D, in human beings, and in all nature around us. This is the essence of the divine symphony, the divine energy. So that's all around us. We may not see it, we may not be conscious of it, because our consciousness is often a bit constrained by our programming, our indoctrination. However, that is there. That is all around us. So welcome, Lizzie. It's great to have you back. And Elizabeth, I don't know if we've had you, Elizabeth, before. So welcome from Perth. I know Perth very well. Which part of Perth are you living in? So I'm just seeing if we've got any comments. So yeah, so feel free to comment. I also want to share something from Rumi, who's a beautiful teacher. And Rumi said, the whole universe is inside you, which I love. I particularly love that. The whole universe is inside you. And Elizabeth is on the way to Yenche. So that's really good. I think that's in the south. So the entire universe is inside you. So to program your external experience, the outside experience, what's going on within you is always affecting the outside. So that's the point of the subconscious, of what I was talking about. Everything around you is being programmed. So you yourself are programming that which is around you. So that the decision to honor and respect yourself can really change the dynamics, change the energy, change the game. Elizabeth, you're in the north. So our self-identity, I must say, it can easily be a sort of comfort zone where we don't really question it. We make a lot of assumptions about ourselves. We make a lot of definitions, and this is just the clothing that we're wearing. It's not our true self. It's almost, I would call it a costume. It's just this external. Sometimes it's a baggage, and we have a collection of things that are we're carrying around carry around us. I call them the collection of shoulds. Of I should be in this box. I should do this. I should do that. I shouldn't do that. I should be like this. I should be like that. It's all these roles that we expect from ourselves, and they're bound by assumptions. So, what are the rules? Where did they come from? Are they reasonable? Some rules that work perfectly fine. A lot of them are not really helpful and based on past ideas, past conditioning. So often I would say go to the source, go to the creator, go beyond the small self, go into the deeper part of consciousness, and then come back. So go into the stars and then come back. That's how I always say. And please feel free to comment where you're from. Thank you so much, Elizabeth from Yen. She's on her way to Yen Chip. And anyone else that we have, we'll do a quick meditation, and then we'll do some readings. All right, so let's prepare for some quiet time, some meditation. Going to put on some rain, the sounds of nature. Okay. So just being grateful for this moment that we're able to share, that we're able to connect, that we're able to realize our own responsibility in our life, in our world, and our own ability to affect change instead of being victims of our experience. We're able to realize that we are creative beings, able to create and change our lives, change the world. And that realization often is enough for us to start being the source of our experience instead of being a victim of our experience or conditioned by our experience. We can become a change maker, become consciousness creating itself. And that's really what the divine creative being is. So I'm enjoying my tea and coming from you here from Queensland, Australia. So as we get into our get ourselves ready for meditation, just getting a little bit closer. And we will come to that after the meditation. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your comments. So we're just going to find our comfortable position. For me, I'm sitting on a chair. You could be lying down. A still place for you where you can safely close your eyes. Taking a deep breath right into your belly. And if you can place your hands over your belly and simply put your attention on this part of your body as you breathe. So breathe into your belly and feel the expansion of your belly with the in-breath. How does it feel to breathe? How does it feel to be aware of your breathing? and relaxing your body, relaxing your mind, calming your consciousness. And as you breathe, starting to connect to stillness, so that all parts of your awareness are simply breathing. All parts of your consciousness are simply aware of your breathing, aware of your breath. And now that we're feeling tranquil, stable, calm, peaceful, loving, compassionate, with our consciousness starting to travel through the universe. So getting on a spaceship and leaving planet Earth. So you can, with your consciousness, leave yourself behind and travel through time and space with your imagination into space. And from a distance, you can look down on the planet. You can see planet Earth in all her majesty and all her beauty, the blue planet. And as you continue to breathe, just enjoying this view, smiling to yourself. I am a person on that big blue planet, a human being experiencing planet Earth. And now traveling further away until the Earth becomes a little speck, like a little star in the sky. And as you travel through the cosmos, looking out at the expanse behind you, in front of you, on each side of you, and seeing the majesty, seeing the wonder, seeing the extraordinary creation, seeing the harmony of it all, the perfection of it all. And you are part of this, so just enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, and keep breathing. Seeing space around you, starting to realize that you are a limitless creation of a limitless being. And all the limits you've placed on yourself and that have been placed on you by other people are just programming, just conditioning. You can travel anywhere in your mind, in your consciousness. That's how powerful you are. Smiling inwardly as you enjoy all the stars. Perhaps you want to dance around and visit a particular star, a particular planet, a particular sun. You can do so without being harmed. You can do so with this limitless mind that you hold. Enjoying being limitless. Enjoy being free. And just keep breathing that into your being. Being a free spirit. A free seed of consciousness. And looking out at the whole universe, seeing the splendor of it all, enjoying it, smiling to yourself. You have to enjoy this view, enjoy this experience. And with that, getting back into our spaceship and starting to travel back to planet Earth, to our home. Feeling renewed, re-energized, and seeing the Earth as a little speck in the distance, coming closer and closer until you see the blue planet. Beautiful blue planet coming closer and closer, coming down all the way into your home, back gently into your body, coming back into your body consciousness, moving your feet, moving your hands, perhaps stretching out your body in whatever way works best to come out of this meditation. And when you're ready, namaste. Welcome back to this consciousness, to this field, and being grateful for that experience, for that opportunity to be able to explore the limitless field of consciousness. So we're here back with you today. We'll do a couple of readings, and we're going to start with Anne Williams. We'll start with Anne Williams. And anyone who wants a reading, just write in the comments section. Anyone new, feel free to comment. And how did you enjoy the meditation? Was that fun? This show is also recorded. I will be working more on Facebook and YouTube, getting more information out there. So everyone's welcome. And you can also follow me on Instagram, David Starlyte. And if anyone would like a reading, I would appreciate if you share the show, and also donations on PayPal. So if you see below your screen, that's where you can send a donation. And I always tell people, even if you send 50 cents or 10 cents or $1, it connects the energy for me, and that really helps me. So thank you so much. So we're gonna just clear the energy a little bit, have a sip of tea, and we're gonna look at Anne Williams. That's a beautiful puppy. Wow. We're gonna look at some cards for you, Anne. I'm just looking for my other deck of cards. Okay. And these cards were gifted to me by a beautiful psychic lady in Perth, actually. She does workshops, and she just had her birthday. So thank you. Nada. Her name is Nada. All right. So let's see what's going on with Anne. Okay. So I'm seeing two things happening for you, Anne. It's kind of it's kind of like one door's closing, one door's opening, one door's opening, one door is closing. So in a way, you are getting things are opening up for you, things are also closing. So it's a little bit, it's just telling me you just need to be careful with your finances. Just be patient with that. There are new opportunities on the horizon. Just be patient at the moment. Just to let things sort of hold, and there is new opportunity coming for you, though. There is things are going to open. And yeah, I did see your question. Thanks, Anne. I am seeing I am actually seeing things quite in a good way for you, a happy way. So I'm seeing resolution, closeness, fun, and caring. And this card indicates it's happy family. So it's a time for joy and sharing and just being with each other. So there is this there is a connection. So the card is very much about affirming a deeper experience and enjoying the happiness of it. So that kind of answers your question, but not in a sort of, I'll pick another card and see if anything comes. Not in this sort of, it's a more general sort of answer. But that's what comes up. So I would say keep at it, and don't. It feels like you're putting pressure on the situation, and be more gentle. Be more. I would say the more you can let go and embrace the divine feminine, the things are going to flow more for you, because it's you just need to kind of be really patient with things and allow patience to come through, because there's an energy of rushing, of wanting everything now, and life if you plant a seed and you grow a plant, you I don't know if you've done some gardening, experiencing things. Everything in its own time. It needs time to grow and flourish. And the same with your relationship. Just remember, when you put up that kind of restraint, it creates more restraint. So let go, be really loving, and approach it from a different angle, from a more patient and loving perspective. And I would say be the love you wish to have in the world, instead of wanting to get it from outside of you. But things are moving along, and so it is happening for you. But don't remember what I was saying. If just there is a recording of it, of not being a victim of your experience, of programming the consciousness, of being the creator, of taking the consciousness of your life and seeing it expressed in the world. So I'll pick another card from the other deck, and this deck, this card is telling me that you need to be more grounded. You need to be in nature. You need to let go of these kind of thoughts, of controlling thoughts, and really surrender. Really surrender. Connect with nature, and just allow everything to flow. That's the important thing. Allow everything to flow more effortlessly and naturally. So thank you, Anne, and good luck to you, Jacqueline L. Okay, Jacqueline L. All right, so clearing the energy, having some tea, and let's have a look. So let's see, Jacqueline. It's a beautiful picture. It's a really lovely picture, very harmonious and joyful. So thank you, Jacqueline. And we share energy with each other, with the world. So that's a beautiful energy you're sharing, Jacqueline, that you're holding. Okay. Okay, so an interesting array of messages coming through. So there's quite a lot going on for you, Jacqueline. Let's just have a look at that. And I'm just going to start with saying that your life at the moment is it's quite multi-dimensional. It's quite cosmic. There's a lot going on for you. And the message that comes through is that you've got this. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You've got this. This isn't something you need to overthink, or you've got this. The things are busy, and I think you really like things to be like this. Just there's always something happening, and it's like you're part of it's almost like you're part of the stream of consciousness. So that's an important message. You've got this, Jacqueline. The aspects here that are coming out that you need to always ground yourself, be grounded, put your energy in the ground, in the earth, and call on support to keep you really grounded, because you're wandering off a bit, and it's important for your safety to remain grounded, to keep that in mind. Physical exercise is important for you, to just every day to do something physical, which will keep you more balanced and keep your body in a more balanced state. It feels a bit like there's some restrictions placed on you, that something is restricted. So that's an interesting dynamic and interesting energy. Feels like something is stuck for you at the moment. I think you're waiting for some contract to come in, or there's some restriction at the moment that's feeling a bit stuck. So remember with your mind to just cut that limitation, and you don't need to live in any sort of restrictions. That's not what you're here to do. There is family support coming through for you, so there does feel like a very loving support around you, which is wonderful. Also a sort of closeness. I feel like the relationships are quite abundant for you. I feel like you have some very loving, connected people that are really karmically supportive, that are there for you, that are, enjoy being with you, enjoy your energy. So things are very relationships, socially, it's feeling actually very positive. I feel like, wow, that's a really wonderful thing that you've taken on, that you are sharing with other people and they are sharing with you, and you have a beautiful flow. And I'm just looking at this card because there's a lot of looking over. It's like you're looking at what other people are doing, and there's a feeling of being constrained and on wanting what they have, and saying, when am I going to get this? When am I going to get this? So just calm that down a little bit, widen your spiritual focus, and remember that you're here to experience the world, and any limitation is you're imposing on the world. So let things flow to you in a more abundant way, because things are flowing for you. Things are flowing for you. It's just your perspective sometimes is a bit narrow. So you can affirm every day in every way, my prosperity grows and grows, my love grows and grows every day in every way. My life is getting better and better. I'm going to pick another card for you, Jacqueline, and see if anything comes in. All right, so you are being divinely guided. So just remember that you are being divinely guided. It's energy is coming to support you. It is coming through for you. So that's a really positive card for you, Jacqueline. So keep going. You're doing really well, and everything that's happening is what's meant to be. It's part of your destiny, your karma. So lots of love to you. Good luck with everything. And thank you for coming on the show. We're going to have Elizabeth Jane Dickow. We're going to have Elizabeth. So welcome, Elizabeth. And it's great to see you on the show. We're just going to clear the energy and tune into you, Elizabeth. See what's going on. Okay. Let's have a look at Elizabeth. All right. Okay. All right, so let's look at that other deck. So I feel like there's a real yin and yang energy around you, kind of like you're here to explore the yin and yang energy. So that's interesting. Just having a look at this. Yeah, very interesting energy, Elizabeth. And it's important that you trust your path that's coming through clearly. Really make sure you really trust the path you're on. There's a little limitation here. It's almost like you get into fear in your thoughts, you get into worry, you get into what could go wrong. You get into I'm not good enough as well. So Elizabeth, you are totally good enough. You're totally perfect and wonderful as you are, as a divine creation. So if you knew that you could do anything, if you knew you were completely supported, what would you do? So I feel like that's an important question to ask yourself, to affirm to the universe. If there's anything that you could be, if you knew you were supported, if you knew you had unlimited funds or unlimited support, what would you do? What would you be? So instead of coming from limitation, come from expansion, because you are a beautiful being and you're here to experience the divine feminine, the divine masculine. And I'm sorry about your husband passing away. Okay. So I'm seeing the energy here, Elizabeth. We have the strong yin and yang energy. We have the door to spirit. So there is a spiritual awakening happening. So everything is karmically driven for you. So what it's saying here is that this is meant to be, this is meant to happen. And you're supposed to use this energy to to move on in your life, for new doors to open, and the doorway to spirit is being opened up. So this is a phase of initiation, I would call it. So you're in this initiation, and you're being called on to step outside of your comfort zone and into something more authentic. And there is a sense of dissatisfaction with how things are, and I really encourage you to take more time to listen to yourself, to listen to your heart, to align your consciousness, and remember that change is impermanence is constant, that everything is changing, and start to shift towards the blessings in your life, the joy, the satisfaction, and really align to what was meant to be and the changes that have happened around you. There is some kind of contract as well. It seems like there's a legal issue or something involving a contract, so that's also affecting you at the moment. Things are coming out in your favor, so remain receptive to what's coming your way, and keep affirming, I'm attracting wonderful connections that support and honor me towards greater happiness and clarity. So I'm going to see if there's anything else that comes through. Okay. Yeah, it does feel like you need to step into a new reality now, and change, making new steps. So a new home, it's really an initiation for you happening, Elizabeth. So I'll leave it there, because there's a lot of things I could keep talking to you about, Elizabeth. But we're going to clear the energy and look at Vicky Minor. And I haven't seen you before, Vicky. So welcome to the show. I love the picture. I wonder where you are in the world. So let us know where you are, Vicky. And just clearing the energy now, and moving into the energy of Vicky. Let's move. Okay, Vicky. All right, so Vicky Minor in Florida, the beautiful state of sunny Florida. So welcome, Vicky, and it's great to have you. All right. So it feels like you're not sure which path to go on at the moment. That you kind of, should I go left? Should I go right? There's a lot of value on the other side. So if you really step into that abundance, it's there for you. There's the angel of love, which is really positive. So it feels like there's real love around you, romance. It's a very good part of your life. It's really positive. Things are moving to you. So it's saying that this love is available to you. There's an energetic potential of this. There's a victory as well. So be grateful for what you have already achieved. So it's saying you've already achieved success. There's a call to acknowledge that, be grateful for it, be grateful for your blessings, and be really proud of what you've achieved, of all that you've opened yourself up to with your courage and open mind, and being able to put yourself out there in this beautiful ways. It's saying, thank you so much for all of that. So that's a really beautiful card. So the indecision, I think you're sort of holding yourself back here. So I would encourage you to really let go of that indecision and ask your guides to come in and guide you. Ask them to give you the answer. You can always write something down, write your questions down, and see what comes through in signs and messages in your dreams. So it feels like they want to talk to you in your dreams, and you can move forward with courage and trust you have the power to direct your own destiny. So let's have a look at if there's any other card for Vicky. Vicky in Florida. All right. Yeah, there is a doorway to more happiness opening up. There's a beautiful doorway there. And I love that. I love that card for you, Vicky. So it's very positive. Keep going. Push through your fears. Remember what I was saying before. If you could be completely limitless, what would you do if you could have anything in the world? What would you be? If you could be anything, what would you do? So you have the power to create in your life. So this is a beautiful card for healing and happiness, abundance, for new opportunities. I feel that you have that energy of abundance really strongly. So you're able to manifest, Vicky. You're a manifester. So I just really encourage you to enjoy that, to find the joy in that. So appreciate it, find the joy. And I'm going to try another deck and see if there's anything else for you, Vicky. Yeah, this endorses what I was saying to you before. The warrior woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? So just ask yourself that, Vicky. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? And I feel like you will know what to do. I feel like you have a knowing. You just have a little bit of fear at the moment. So lots of love to you, Vicky. Great to have you on the show. Enjoy Florida. And thanks, everyone, for coming onto the show today. I wish you a beautiful week and see you next week. Take care, everyone. And remember, you are the consciousness that's experiencing itself. So have fun with that.